Welcome back to the Bypass Podcast.
Lovely to see you guys.
This is new.
It's very
New surroundings,
Mhm.
you know.
New place. You see, we even have, what do they call this?
Thatch roof,
Thatch roof.
I think.
And
Or is
we
it
have-
straw? Is
What
it
do you
straw or is it
mean?
thatch? It's thatch, ne?
I don't know. I don't
It's
know.
thatch roof. It is a thatch roof.
Okay. It's a thatch roof.
Don't get attached to the roof.
Ah,
That joke, hello.
These jokes of yours. Ashwin still has them jokes by the looks of it. He's sipping his tea. We're back. And I don't know what to say. I'm emotional. At this
You but
moment.
lost for words here, man, bro.
I'm emotional.
Some would think that we were gone for so
So
long. We
long.
had so much
much-
words just waiting, but it's difficult sometimes, you know. We can't just keep talking. You know, it felt like I was just talking for like 35 episodes, you know. So I'm giving Makosi the shine here. I was told I was the problem. You know,
No,
that's
no.
where we've been. I was told I was the problem. That immediately when he came for that debriefing, so you know what, hey guys, let's just admit it. Ashwin was the problem, and I'm like, okay, you know what, I was the problem. So let me take a back seat.
No,
Sorry
Ashwin
to you
wasn't the
guys.
problem. No, Ashwin wasn't the problem. Ashwin was like the severe problem, in putting that way. So, not problem, severe problem. So, like, you always talk, you know, just ringing.
Yeah, okay. But where have you been? Where do you want to just share with the community how far? What have you done in this last couple of
Just
years? that you've been-
individual-wise.
Yeah, just individual. What have you been doing? Why have we been staying away
Why?
from the community?
Hey, life hits, guys. Hey, it's the new thing now.
Yeah, and life does.
You know, aging, going from such age to another age, like say, hey, life has just been tough, and it called for that push moment.
Push comes to
Yeah,
shove,
push comes to shove
and then you
moment.
had to shove.
Yeah, to shove now, and you know, hey, being a man, like say, hey, I don't want to comment about that. Yo.
Men are trash.
Men are not trash. Hey, men are not trash. Hey, we are dying. Yeah, just for you. You know, the ladies that are watching there. I'm just saying, but yeah, it's been tough. I've been pushing, and we've just been away because I think we needed some reflection. You know.
I think we needed to get our act together.
Our act together.
Yeah.
I would say most of you, the 34 episodes that you watched, what have you learned from those 34 episodes?
Yeah,
if
you
I
have
may
to-
ask
yeah,
you,
drop it in the comments. You know,
what have you learned?
if you've learned anything.
And-
You've learned anything.
Just be brutally honest with us also. Nah, we need you guys. So, yeah, I've just been away. I've just had a point of, I had to reflect on myself and like how we can move the podcast forward, how we can just, you know, give you all some let me keep
Nah, it's
quiet.
okay, bruh. It's okay.
The English is leaving me for a moment there. Like, just to inspire you, let me put it that way. To inspire you and to also make you laugh at home, but also to learn something at the same time.
Yeah, no.
Just
So
a-
little bit of me where I've been in the streets, bruh. I've been out here in the streets, you know. I was made for the streets. I'm for the streets, and I'm in the streets. I've been out here trying to recover from addictions. I went to rehab, so also that's why I've been so quiet. You know, the rehabilitation process was a bit tough. Any shout out to all of my drug users over there that have been through rehab. Can I get an amen over there? You know,
Amen.
just shout out to my drug users. I know your struggle. No, I'm joking. I've been just chilling, bro. Just making sure that I get myself first. You know, it was important for me to take a step back away from everything, you know, and just be in my own zone because it felt like everything was just becoming too much at some point, and that's where the community came in for my life. Okay, that's why we talk about today's episode. The purpose of today's episode is community and why community matters. You know,
Of
and
value.
what we talk about community is the people that you find yourself in company with, and also the people that support you.
So now for me, I'm gonna ask you this now.
Yeah.
How did the community play a huge role in you coming out the way you are at this moment? Like, what value did it add onto you?
So, first of all, I went to a psychologist, right? And this is no joke here. I went to a psychologist, and the first thing she told me is like, you have so much problems, because I was there and I was talking about my family trauma and all of how the people abandoned me and all of those things, right? And she was like, yes, you have all of those things, but your problem is simple. Make a friend. Make a friend. Find a friend. go out, you know, meet people, be with people, be in the company of people, you know, and that's how I guess I got out of the rut I was in. Is that I had like friends that I could, well, people that I thought were friends, but friends that I could, even though like they weren't like genuine, they were still some people that I could use as a crutch.
Okay.
So community matters for me. So that's how I got out of that whole thing, and that's how community has inspired me to become a better person. Is through the support and through the activities that we did.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
so
Like,
stuff
were
like
they
that.
also did they also share the same story with you?
Yes.
Like they
Yeah.
came from that
Yeah.
background,
Yeah.
actually.
Similar
Okay.
similar backgrounds. I mean, there's been a couple of people in my life that has really moved the way I change, or really moved the way I change is crazy. Really moved the way I see things. So I'm grateful, and truly, from the bottom of my heart, I thank those people because they really helped me get to the place where I'm at right now. But sometimes when you have to progress, you have to let go of a lot of the mess.
Yeah, you see, you said something very profound there with your psychologist, that go make a friend, go out, explore. But so now, in this day and age, also me, I've realized
Yeah.
from my story, like I've been very introverted, and you know that.
Yes,
When you
yes,
gents
yes.
go out, and then I'd be like, gents, I'm not available
Yeah,
at this
yeah,
moment.
yeah, yeah.
So now it has invited this depression, like say,
Okay,
like
okay.
being alone, like
Yeah.
just want to be alone.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and like being alone and doing stuff alone you cannot succeed in it.
Yes, yes.
Like, you cannot succeed in it, and it's
Isolation brings desolation.
isolation brings desolation. Can you see, guys, we came back.
We came back with wisdom, bro. We even dropping bombs on you people here, bro. We came back with grey hair. We've matured. We're not just out here talking about Ice Spice.
Andrew Tate.
Remember we were rating Ice Spice. Remember that? Did we like
bruh,
Ice Spice?
Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj versus Ice Spice. Yes,
What
yes.
the hell was that?
But it was good, right? Let's not hate on our content because they still
I'm not
have to
hating.
watch it. Go watch our Ice Spice video. You still have to
Link
go
there,
and
that-
watch it.
that eye
We're
there,
somehow
you
gonna
see.
put Ice Spice here
Yeah.
in the card, that
Yeah,
information
the
card. You need to go
information.
and watch our content.
Yeah. But it shows growth now.
So isolation, with isolation, sorry to break your word, but with isolation comes desolation, you know. So you become desolate. It becomes a barren land. You become a barren person, you know. You're not the same because you don't see, like, we had the conversation. Remember we were talking about the stress that we are currently going through in terms of
Yeah.
like the people that we find ourselves with yesterday. We were saying that, hey, look, I want to be in a certain type of manner, right? But then Bruce brought it up. Bruce was
Yeah.
like, hey, you know what?
1, 2, and 3. Yeah.
I like that. I'm the same way that you are. That's all you need. You need just that thing to say, you know what, I'm the same way you are, and that kind of centers you, because sometimes you feel like you create all of these theories in your head and it's like you're the only person. But if you don't have a community of people around you, you're never gonna know who thinks like you. You're never gonna know who can help you out of your desperation. You know what I'm saying? So
I
like
get
you're
you on
saying
that
with
one.
that, like you're saying with the depression, right? With the depression, that comes because it's like you feel like you're alone. You feel like you can't do anything because no one else gets you. No one else is there. But if you were just to take that leap of faith and just go out and say, you know what, hey, let me meet a guy, or let me just go out with a colleague. You know, let me see what this guy's about. Hey, let's catch a beer. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't have to be anything like pressurized, like, oh no, we have to be friends. You know, it's just a social. You just need to be in a social gathering.
I get
You know what I'm saying?
I get you on that, and I get you.
I'm telling you guys that advice is like life changing, because if you just step out and try and make a difference within yourself, then you can make a difference within the world.
But the problem is that now the world is advertising that you should be alone and do things alone, especially when you're on the way to success.
Yeah.
You see the way they
Yeah.
portraying it now
Yeah.
is that now I'm focused, so
Yeah.
now I have to cut out some people.
Yeah, yeah.
What would you say to them? Like for me, I think that's bad advice.
Okay.
Because now when you're too focused to an extent that you don't care about your family, you don't care about your friends around you, you don't
Yeah,
see
yeah.
any life towards it. Like you won't enjoy your life.
Yeah.
That's why most millionaires, multi-billionaires nowadays, they're depressed.
Yes.
They
Yes.
kill themselves. And what would you say on that, bro? You see those people that are just lonely there, like, I'm focused, I'm alone, bro. I don't need friends. I cut off my circle. I'll make it alone. I'll do this.
I think there's a time for it.
There's a time for
There's a time for it. I think 100% when you progressing, right, when you're going to the next level, not everyone is going to join you on that level. So I get the point where they say, you know what, it's bad advice for those that don't understand what it's actually saying. It's not saying don't have people around you. It's actually saying be wary of the people around you, especially when you're progressing into the next level. Some people are not ready for you that level. So what happens is you drag all of that mess with you into your next life, and it's like, okay, you know what, this is going to bring you down. It's going to take you down. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's like if you were to take an apple and an orange, right? The old saying, can you compare an apple and an orange, right? Can you put a square in a circle, or what is it? Square pegs in a circle, right? You can't put square pegs in a circle. If I'm not thinking the same way you're thinking, if I don't see this as an apple or an orange, right? You're going to eat it like an orange, and you can't eat an apple like an orange, because an apple is butter. You know what I'm saying? So you can't take someone who is thinking not like you. You can't take them with you to the top, because if you want to go to the top, you need to be able to be alone.
Basically, like-minded individuals.
Yes, but it's terrible advice for those that don't understand what's happening. I agree 100%. It's terrible advice, and that's the majority of the world. That's the viewer. That's me. That's you. It's like we don't understand what we hear on a daily basis. It's like you have to be alone. You have to just be on your own. You need to be focused. Yes, you can be focused and with people. You need that downtime. You need that time where you know what, just you need to just breathe. You just need to let go. Because like if you don't do that, you will forever be focused on the wrong things. You'll be focused on building a future that is filled with pain.
Full of pain, yeah, bro. If you don't have no support system, what can you do, XA?
So you don't have a support system.
Support system is really crucial in our lives in this day and life. This day and age.
This day in life. Hey, this day in life. Another day in the life. Another day, another dollar. Hey.
Yeah, but yeah, so having a support system, especially, could be your family.
Yeah.
Could be your mother. Could be your father.
Yeah.
Could be your friends. Like, Ashwin is a support system to me again. I don't want to lie. That's always say, like, anytime I just call, like, Ashwin, I'm going through 1, 2, and 3. So now, what should I do about this? And he gives good advice. Even though you look at him from the past episodes, there's a different action towards the podcast. Like, he can be that support system for me. And he is that support system for me.
Yeah.
If you want him to be a support system for you, just comment down there, guys. Comment down below.
You can DM me. DM me with all your problems.
Yes. There's
every single problem you have, DM me, I will answer it. I'm the maestro.
Psychologist, maestro.
I'm joking. Don't DM me. I'm not going to answer. You're probably going to kill yourself after that. This guy's not answering my messages. Let me just, hey,
don't kill yourself.
Please, suicide is not cool. That is not a joke.
Hey, okay, this is not a... Let me have a moment.
No, but bruh, hey, you know what? That's the problem with the internet. My dog. Like, don't let me get started on that, bro. I can laugh at what I want to laugh at. You just don't have to like me. It's fine. Don't like me, bruh. But if I'm going to laugh at it, it's fine.
But I say the internet is just...
I'm making a joke. I'm making a yok. A grappie.
A grappie.
You know what's a grappie? They don't even know what's a grappie. She don't even know what's a grappie. What's a grappie? You don't even know what's a
You're coming at your Afrikaans, yo. What's a grappie, man?
It's a joke.
I might think it's a grape, because it's grappies. I might think it's a grape. Like, let's be honest. If you're watching a grappie, like the way you read Afrikaans, Grape, you'd be like, grape.
Yeah, direct translation.
Meanwhile, it's saying in Afrikaans, it's grappie. What the hell? Anyways, getting back to that, right? What happens when you don't have a support system, XA?
I think we've covered that. It's like you become an isolated person. You just become a depressed person.
You don't want to add more onto that?
Yeah.
You become isolated.
You become just not the person that you need to be. Because remember, even Moses needed to have his hand raised. Aaron had to hold Moses' hand up in the Bible. Jesus needed a good support system. If you think about it, the greatest man that has ever lived.
12 disciples.
He couldn't do it by himself. He had to get 12 disciples.
Yeah.
Jesus himself needed a support system. If you think about that, bro, it's like, wow. And that's the only way you could really impact the world is through the 12. Because if Jesus came alone, they crucify him. His message does not go on after his death. It doesn't go on after his death. So, if you want immortality, if you want to be great, and if you want to be the thing that you need to be or you were designed to be, you need a good support system. Now, what is a support system? What's a support system? Your mother, your family, your girlfriend, your friends, your pastor,
Mm-hmm.
your imam,
Mm-hmm. Makosi.
your rabbi,
Makosi.
Makosi,
Mhm.
Makosi,
Mm-hmm.
Ashwin.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we support systems here.
We suppose.
Podcasts. These are things where you can like. Society has evolved into this digital age. Lean on the digital age. Lean on the podcast that you listen to. Lean on those people because those people will help you out. Like, it's not gonna. You don't watch Fresh and Fit and be like, oh, I'm gonna lean on Fresh and Fit because Fresh and Fit are fools, you know. But find good people. Find
Are you
good
honest?
people,
It's being honest. You just
they're
honest.
fools. So find people that you relate.
Take a breather. Huh? You want to sip it?
It's the Pedro's, my bro.
What's it?
It's the Pedro's right there. Exe.
Okay.
Go to Pedro's. Exe. This video is not sponsored by Pedro's, but Pedro's slap, my bro. Pedro's is the new Nando's. I die on that hill, my bro. Pedro's hits home, my bro. 44 rand. 44 rand. Quarter chicken and a pop. Quarter chicken and pop for 44 rand. Where you gonna get a better deal? Name a better deal, bruh. Pedro's is the one.
KFC is on.
Aye, KFC is also
A
good. 40
bucket,
rand.
ne?
40
A
rand.
bucket?
Not a bucket.
Yeah,
Not a
that's
bucket.
my bucket,
No, I don't
yeah.
know how to bucket. No.
Why wouldn't you
Streetwise 2. Streetwise 2 with pop. If you notice, everything is with pop. Everything that I eat is pop, my bro. You throw pop in my way, it's like it makes me pop.
You're the guy, bro. Show.
Nah,
You're
I'm an African, my
He's an
bro.
African.
This is why you have muscle, dog.
Pop
This is
don't give you
muscle,
muscle.
dog.
Like, these ones, they're telling you pop gives you muscle. They're lying to you.
I was lied to. As a young, they did tell you that, my bro. Eat pop and then you get strong. You eat pop and you grow. Pop was everything. If you eat pop, you become taller. If you eat pop, you get bigger feet. If you eat pop, you become stronger. If you eat pop, you become intelligent. It's maize meal, bruh. It's amazing meal.
What happens when you eat pop? You
The one
sleep,
quoting,
ex.
these people are so
No,
slow,
we
bruh.
quote.
Amazing meal. Amazing meal.
Okay, sorry.
You guys are so slow, dog.
Hey, bro, my mind is must relax on me. Take time, man. Take time.
Nah,
ex.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
But anyways, since you have listed, what is it like if you don't have no support system, right? How can the support system build you up when you have the support system? ex?
It's like I guess it's a thing of I don't know this for
No,
certain.
from your
From my
opinion.
opinion,
Yeah,
I'm not
from
like a scientist and saying
experience.
this is going to happen. But when you meet people that get you, you get yourself. When you meet people that understand you start to understand how you operate. Because you can't go through life alone. You can't be an island, unfortunately. There's no I in team, but drop the T and A. Sometimes it feels like it's only me. Ooh.
That's a song
Woo!
there.
That is a song.
That is a song.
That is a
yeah,
song. That's
yeah,
NF. Shout out to NF. There's no I in team, but drop the T and A. Sometimes it only feels like it's me. Ooh. There's no I in team, but there's me. It's like
Ashton should be a rapper, nah? You
I
make a
should-
good rapper, nah?
I spit bars.
I
You
don't
call
wanna
me
lie, yeah.
Slim Ashy.
Slim
Slim
Ashy.
Ashy,
Slim
yeah,
Ashy.
yeah,
And then your
yeah.
other name? Your other name? Just
Another name.
Yeah.
Um,
Because people say you
Colored
look like Eminem.
connoisseur. Colored connoisseur.
Why
I
that
don't
name?
know, my bro. K. I was going for K.
That's a dumb name. ex.
Ashwin, the rapist. Not the rapist, the rapist. I go by as MC Rapist. People will say it's like an MC Rapist is over here, my bro.
Yo.
This video is getting demonetized. If we were monetized, my bro, we would get nothing from this video. I mentioned suicide. Now I'm talking about rape. You know, this is crazy.
But it's just
Crazy.
freedom of speech, ex.
It is freedom of speech. But I'll go as MC Rapist.
MC rappers. Okay, MC rappers here with us again,
Can I
guys.
spit the freestyle?
Let's hear.
No, I don't need a
You
beat. I
don't
go
need
a
it?
cappella. I go a cappella. I throw stones. They call me umbrella. I throw stones. They call me umbrella. It's not raining, but it's hot outside.
What the hell, bro?
It's hot outside, but it's not raining. But I spit bars every summer while I drive a Hummer. And then what do they call me? Little drama boy. You know Little drama boy? Parapa pam pam. I hit bars. I take the Draco. It goes ratatata.
Wait, when do you jump from drums to Draco now? Go from drum and then Draco. Ka. What the hell, bro?
I spit
Maybe I'm
bars.
like, okay.
I go to jail. I drive cars. I visit bars. I don't drink alcohol. But what do? I take fentanyl. Because I'm a drug addict. You know why?
Why?
I smoke nyaupe.
Nyaupe. The ad-libs.
Don't make me snort nyaupe.
Nah.
When I come around, they say hello there. All these sexy mamas. I'm a tasty papa. When I pull up to KFC, they say what?
What?
Yeah, bo baba.
Oh my gosh! I someone just dropped some fire emojis there for MC who? MC rappers. My head.
Okay, back to the podcast.
Back to the podcast.
Sorry for the segue.
That was just an ad there for us, dropping a new album soon.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Me dropping a new album. You can't just be biting on my bars.
What's wrong now? What happened? I don't know.
Oh, okay. There. Sorry, Xavier. That was just funny.
Let's go. Okay, from you now. You're back now. Okay. I'm gonna go into this now. We tapping into another niche, right? Of a community, Ezra.
Niche.
Niche.
Yeah, Makosi, your
niche.
vocab, my bro. Yes,
Niche,
yes. You see
niche,
what 1 year does. You someone become
Yeah.
Shakespeare. You start talking about niches.
I'm just tapping you. Ish. Making me smile.
Sorry, G.
No, I feel so hyped up because of my. I've been trying. I've been speaking grade 1 English, guys.
And literally the podcast, you've made so many mistakes on this podcast.
Like a lot.
And I've done that as well.
We all I get.
Everybody makes mistakes.
I'm gonna go into the business side of things.
Okay, business.
So of course you work in a different area, right?
I work for Fast Lane Athletics.
Fast Lane, yeah.
Please join the club. It's really good prices there. You can just join. Bring your children, bring your mother, bring your auntie. Fast Lane Athletics. There is also a YouTube channel. Just thank you for giving me the opportunity to drop the plug. Fast Lane Athletics to the world. FLA, let's go.
First, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's good. It's good. Shout out Fast Lane, anyways. But I'm gonna come from this perspective, right? So you collaborate with many children out there, right?
Yeah.
Many children.
Many schools. I don't collaborate with children, please.
Okay,
let's
Lane.
elaborate on that. I don't collaborate
Sorry.
with children.
Just trying to get.
What are you trying to say, bro?
No. So Fast Lane collaborates with many schools out there, right?
Yes.
And they
yes.
build in young individuals.
Yes.
And they
yes.
go out to communities assisting the children,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
From getting out from drugs, whatsoever, so they can come in sports,
yes.
right?
Yes.
So with that, how has it unlocked doors for them? For the young ones, like, what have you seen positive that came out of Fast Lane?
So, the problem is, right, not the problem, but one of the key things that happens with kids is when they get a passion for something, they change. The discipline becomes, it kind of goes from being disciplined in athletics to being disciplined at home. I mean, we had a parent at one of our meetings, or one of the morning meetings, and they were like, you know what, since my child has been at this training, she's changed. She's become a better child. She's not become just a better athlete, but now she's a better child to me. And you know what? That impacted my life.
Okay.
It impacted the way that I see things, because it's like, you can think that you're having an impact, but you will never know you're having an impact until someone tells you about the tangible impact you're having. That made it real. That brought me home, So the impact that we have on the communities is not just something that we just throw away and we discard. It's tangible. It's something that we can take back. We can take it and move on with it in future.
By the way, when you talk of community, right, we're not only referring like to urban areas and rural areas whatsoever. Community could be like Fast Lane, could be something, athletics, could be a business, whatsoever, community, whatever it is, just to make you understand there, right? And I like the fact that you said the testimony that came back. Hey,
it's crazy.
It's crazy that someone changes their attitude towards their parents.
Just one thing.
One thing, like. And it shows the power of a community.
Power of the community.
It shows that collaboration can literally change a person. in to a certain extent.
Yeah. It literally changes the way you think. It changes the way you act, the way you speak, because now you're not only thinking for yourself, but now you're thinking, okay, what does Makosi think? It's like when we have this thing here. This is a collaboration between us. Our minds are collaborating. We are co-joining our two ideas because we don't think the same, and it's evident. There's a lot of times where we were like, hey, I don't agree with what you're saying, and you don't agree with what I'm saying. But that's the power of collaboration. It fosters an environment for good disagreements, productive disagreements. You know what I'm saying? It makes it so much better in terms of like, you know what, if I don't agree with what you're saying, I'm not just gonna say, hey, fuck you. Not just gonna say, hey, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? It's just not gonna happen anymore. You know.
No, that's a wrong community. Bro.
That's the wrong community.
That's the wrong community.
Yeah, that's the wrong community.
People who are just selfish, and I hate people that are selfish. Yes, bro.
And that's how we get into toxic people.
Yo, bro.
Selfish people are
selfish
toxic.
Yo.
Like people that only think for themselves. It's like it's only me in this whole scenario. It's like that is where your circle becomes toxic. And it's very easy to identify. Do you know how you can identify it?
How is it?
Ask one of your friends. Ask one of your friends, hey, what do you think about the way I feel? Hear their response. Listen to what they say. Are they going to say something that is based on what they're saying? Or are they going to remove themselves and put themselves in your shoes and your perspective? Because then you know it's a true friend. If they can remove themselves from their situation and put themselves into your situation, it's, you know what, let me walk a day in your shoes. Then we know why that's not a toxic circle.
You see, for me, I've had experiences now.
Okay.
And bro, I'm about to vent out now. The one thing I hate is that when people like they must know it all. You see, those are signs of a toxic person also. Like they know it all.
Those are narcissists.
Yeah, you're kind of narcissist. Like let's say for me, I come to you, I say, Ashton, let's do 1, 2, and 3, right?
Yeah.
And then you say, no, I have my way of doing it. You see,
I hate that.
I have my way of doing it. And I've experienced that, and it didn't get us to a great, just take us to another level.
Yeah.
Instead, took us down next year.
Yes.
And now such people, Bastapo and Buffett, those people are very stubborn, and you shouldn't surround yourself.
You can't just drop a neck on it.
No,
because technically, if you even just put a bar, like bar stubborn, I get the stubborn, but the bar makes it vernacular. And makes it spectacular and spectacular and spectacular, vernacular and spectacular. You didn't let me land, man. You didn't let me land.
Nah,
you guys just judged me.
Yeah, we're quick to judge. You're like, I don't understand. I'm sorry. We're sorry.
I'm raceless.
Okay. All right. Let's have a moment. Let it sink in for you.
I don't have no race.
But what are you though?
What am I? I'm a human. I'm a South African. I'm a Sauda. I'm from Zanzi. I'm a Soweto boy. You want to know where I'm from? Soweto. Don't ask me who I am. Don't ask me what my race is. Where am I from? Soweto. Southern Western Township. Eldorado Park. You know Eldos is part of Soweto. Can we have that conversation online? Because people don't understand this thing. Eldos is part of South Africa.
But Eldos is another toxic place. I'm not going to lie.
Shut up. I said South Africa instead of Soweto. Bastille. Where's my bus book?
Must bring the book
I will bring back the bus book. Exactly.
The amount of bus books. The amount of bus thing. But yeah.
So I guess that's the whole thing. It's like you need to understand when people... So you were saying that when people want to take your idea and make it their own idea, that is easy to identify. And that is a tangible. That is something that our audience can grab onto. They can take that and because now they can apply it into their own lives. You know what I'm saying?
I see. Oh, it makes sense.
So it's for us to then now navigate how do we communicate these things to the audience. You know, it's not just in terms of us coming onto the podcast and talking anymore. It's about giving now solid steps on how to improve your situation based on what has helped us get out of our rut. Because there's times when you've been in depression. There's times when I've been in depression. And you've reached out. I've reached out, you know. It's been like that. So there's times where it's like we know what it is to go through toxic relationships, toxic friendships. We've been there, and it has affected us personally. Like
I've heard people say you're still on the stage 1 of toxic people. Like say,
just Stage 1. my
Stage
bro.
1. You know, if I say stage 1, how many stages?
How many
are
stages
there?
are there? Now you're just being so vague.
Because my brother told me, he's like, this type of thing that you have seen,
Hmm.
it's not all. There's still more. Like you've just seen 5% of stuff, of toxicity. And I'm like, yeah, my G, you call this toxic people, and then I've seen 5%
5%.
of it. Just what more?
What else can we get? How bad can it really get?
Like there's people out there that are just having it all. They're having it all, actually. But then
There's an old saying, huh? People don't want you, they want you to do well, but not better than them. They want you to do well, but never better than them.
aye, bro. They should just accept.
So, a nice way of testing whether you're in the wrong community and when you in a toxic environment, ask them what their goals and aspirations are for the friendship. Where do you see us being in 10 years?
Yeah, where do you see us being in 10 years?
You know where I see us? In Ibiza, Cancun, sipping Mai Tais.
I don't think.
Sipping Mai Tais. Wife on the other side. Children there. Okay, no alcohol. It will be mocktails. Because we have kids.
Okay.
In 10 years' time, I would like to have a child. I would like to have a child in 10 years' time. Just dropping that out there. No pressure on. No pressure. No pressure.
They've given you 10 years. 10 years. You heard it, right? 10 years. Messi.
But the way I see us as brothers, it's like it's to a point where we can Kosi, where we at. Nah, I'm here now. Let's tell us something. It's where it's like I can depend on Kosi for anything. That's where I see us in 10 years time, because it takes growth to get to that point. Because to be honest with you, right now I don't fully trust Makosi, and I'm sure Makosi don't fully. Okay, sorry.
I'm touched there. Yeah,
Sorry,
I'm,
my bro.
I'm-
Sorry.
Yeah, sir.
I didn't mean to come on the episode and break up
Yo,
the band.
the
The first episode is like this band. No. But it's not a fault of Makosi. It's a fault of me. It's like you need to grow into trusting someone. You need to grow into depending on someone, because it's a fact where it's like I know that Makosi can turn around and he can say 1, 2, 3 about Ashwin. Ashwin can turn around and say 1, 2, 3 about Makosi.
I understand it. For me, right? For me, when it comes to trust, like say, I'm a spiritual person. I'm a person that attends church and whatsoever. And me, the only way I've learned is that trust in the Lord, right? And don't lean
Trust
onto
in the Lord.
don't lean
Don't.
onto your understanding. So now for me, I trust in God to show me the friends and the brothers that are for me, right?
Yes.
And there's moments where I pray, I be like, show me the sign, the actions on the way it is.
Yes.
The way it appears. And by the looks of it, I haven't told Ashwin this, right? But he has ticked each and every box that I've been praying for as a friend and as a brother. And
That touched me there, my bro.
no, like honestly, with this one, I'm
That
not
touched
playing around, right? You don't need to trust people, but you can trust in God to show you the right people to trust.
Oh, Kosi.
So now,
Preach.
with saying that, I would say, guys, don't say I trust this person. Say I trust in God for Him to lead me to trust in this person.
Yeah.
So now, guys, the way it is.
What you saying, my bro, is something that my father always used to say. So I grew up in a very religious home, and what he used to tell us is like, before I go out, he'd be like, you know what, hey, Ashwin, I don't trust you. And I'm like, Dad, what do you mean you don't trust me? Yeah, it's my father. You're supposed to trust me, but how can you just? Now you're gonna make me drink.
Yeah.
Now you're gonna want to make me. You didn't give me sorrows to drown. Now I need to drown my sorrows. You just gave me a couple of trauma there. But then he qualified it right after. He says, I trust the God in you. It's like, wow, Dad, you just changed my mind there. It's like you blew it. It's like, I don't trust you, but I trust the God that's inside of you. Because he knows that there's a Jesus inside of me and there's a Jesus inside of you.
You see?
So it's exactly, I just thought I'll bring up that point in terms of my father and the relationship, because you're talking about the same thing. It's like, don't trust the people, but trust the God that God has put that person in your life for a time and a season.
We are spitting now.
So what do you think, what steps would you take, Kosi, to build the correct circle? Like, what do you think, first of all, what do you think the correct circle is?
Correct circle.
Yeah,
is,
like the correct circle. Like,
it's a tough question, but a
okay,
correct circle
from your experience.
for me.
What in your experience? Have you found your correct circle?
I found a correct circle. But I'm working on some people.
Okay.
Some people I'm working on.
Okay.
A correct circle to me, right, is people that are, like, let's say, same goal driven. They have same goals, same, like, work ethic wise. You'll know where you wanna go. Not the circle where now you're just blow as gents.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, me and Ashwin, when you came up with this whole podcast thing, we wanted first the other YouTube channel, Fifth Wave, and then we're like, nah, actually, let's do a podcast.
What happened to the Fifth Wave, yeah?
It's not coming. Will come, never know. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, for me it's like that. We both had a goal, a similar goal.
Yeah.
We wanted to start a YouTube channel. And then Ashwin came up with this idea. Nah, I've been thinking about the podcast. I'm like, you know what? Okay, let's do this. And then our circle began to grow. Brought Bruce in. The Owens, that's where I saw the Owens are really for us.
Yeah.
At times.
At times. Some of them stole our ideas, and it never worked. You know who you are.
Don't get me.
Can you smell what the Rock is cooking? Alright, you know we cool, man. You know I'm just joking. So you know we can
But yeah, for me, the circle.
I had this married my house, start a company. Sorry. Yeah.
Start a small circle. Have people that are
small circle, ne?
Yeah, small circle. Hey, if your circle
start small. Don't start big. You start big, a lot of stress comes.
Not a lot of stress, a lot of betrayal comes.
Heartbreak.
That's heartbreak, like a big circle, bruh. That's why, for me, I keep my team very small.
Yeah.
I keep everything very small because dynamite comes in small packages, So now, if you keep your circle very small,
wow,
you will be consistent in everything. But if you keep it very big, there's some things that are gonna alter. There's some conflicts.
Sure.
People will rise against you, and it won't suit you well. So start small. That's why in some businesses they have departments because it's small.
Compartmentalize.
Yes, you get it.
How do you eat an elephant? Guys, like I ask Africans this, it's literally an African proverb, and I ask Africans the whole time this, and no one knows what it is.
When I'm not from the villages, and these African proverbs. Let's be honest, here.
Bit by bit. That's how you eat an elephant. Bit by bit.
Small. Thank you for making me understand. Thank you for that.
So you're not from the villages?
No, man. These African proverbs, they just come out. I've been seeing this TikTok page also with African. These things that are not making sense. I'll be like, what the hell is happening here? I don't understand.
You understand the tune again?
I don't understand. Like, I'm sorry, but I love what you say, but I don't understand some things you say.
Yeah. No, I get it.
I don't understand, but these African proverbs.
Hakuna Matata, man.
Hakuna Matata. It's not war. We shall understand one day. Really great. It will be, how would you start your small circle? Me, I say, I would start it small, not very big. Small. People that are aligned with my goals. We have the same understanding.
I think that's it, name. That's the main point. Like-minded people.
Like-minded people.
Because the meaning of church in Hebrew. It literally just means people that think alike.
Is it?
People of the same mind. That's what church means. So we've kind of like moved as a society and made church a building.
Yes.
Which I don't like in terms of religion. I won't get too deep into religion. Sorry, guys. You guys would crucify me again. On TikTok, I made one joke about Jesus. I was the spawn of Satan. These others were saying that, sirs, I'm the Antichrist. The literal Antichrist. I made one joke. One Jesus joke. I'll never make a Jesus joke again in my life.
Yeah,
So I'm
bruh.
not coming at the Christians, but what I'm saying is we've distorted the meaning of church. So what I would do, I'd find a circle of people that think alike. And how do you do that? You converse with people. You talk. Because how do I know the way that you think and the way that I think aligns is by my speech. What comes out of my mouth and what comes out of your mouth. And not necessarily when we're in the company of one another, but when we're not in the company. What are we talking about? Are we talking about the same things? Are we saying the same things? Are we saying similar things? Are we talking along the same? Am I? If I'm a coach and you're a coach, are we talking about coaching things when we're not on at work? Are we taking it beyond work? Is your drive my drive? Can your drive match my drive? Then we know that's the circle. So that's my point for you. Always find people that you can converse with and talk the same language, because language is what our society is built on. Without language, you don't have any of the things that we have. We don't have farming. We don't have podcasting. We don't have internet, because there was never from what separates us and the caveman is the fact that we can speak to one another. The caveman was just as intelligent as we are,
But he was isolated.
but he just never had the tools that we had. That we have.
The tools.
It was not. We have this thing about cavemen being dumb. Cavemen were not dumb. They had the same. If you look at rock paintings, if you look at rock art, the IQ of a caveman was the same as the IQ of me and I. It's just that the only thing that separates us is culture.
But don't you think it was
Culture. And what makes culture? Language. If I don't say, hey, you know what? Let's put 2 tomatoes together and make it a crop. We don't make crops anymore. We'll just be planting 1 tomato the whole time, the whole way. Say you plant that 1 tomato. You're eating 1 tomato every year. That same tomato. You're starting 1 tomato in that burger. That tomato tastes the same. But now when we're talking about genetics in terms of vegetables and how to modify our things, and that doesn't happen if we don't have speech. So find people that speak like you. That's your circle. If people are not speaking like you, they're not your people.
Thank you. How many handshakes have you just?
We
in
just
this
like touching
episode?
each other, bro.
Yeah.
I like touching men.
Hey, that one.
I almost kissed his hand. I'm gonna do
saw
it. I
that.
promise you guys. I'm gonna do it one day. He's gonna not know. I'm gonna kiss this guy's hand.
Ah, okay.
I'm gonna kiss your hand, bro.
I'm a kiss your lips.
Yo.
You know, yo, it's community, it's love. I'm joking, on. Come back, on. I'm joking. I'm joking, on. Come sit, Dixie. Come sit. Come. Okay.
2025, guys.
As you're saying, it's 2025. Except, what kind of people should we chase in 2025? What advice would you give the people as we end of the episode? What would you say? What people should we chase, except?
So I don't think it's a matter of chasing. I think maybe the wording there is a bit.
Okay,
It's not a matter of chasing, but what type of people do you want to follow? Because if you chase after someone, that means there's a disconnect. There's a thing where it's like, okay, I'm gonna chase after you. I'm never gonna be able to catch you, because it's always gonna be a chase, right? But if you're saying what type of people you should follow people that think better than you. You don't know it all. Don't be in the place where you think you know it all. So chase after those that are better and more successful than you. Learn from them. Learn from what they've done. Because you don't have to reinvent the wheel. It's 2025. You have the tools. Makosi and I have the tools. We don't have to reinvent the podcast. We don't have to make anything different. We don't have to be unique in terms of what we're doing. There is literal people that have showed us what we need to do to make an impact in our communities. It's just that those people cannot affect our communities the way we can affect our community, because you know why? We are in our community. You can't change a community if you are not inside that community. If you are not from that community, if you don't think like that community, you cannot change that community. So the problem is, what happens is people, they come into our communities and they start giving us food, they start giving us shoes, they start giving us all of those things, when that's not what we need. What we need is mental liberation. We don't need physical reparations. We need mental liberation.
My on. Yes, kill that one. And he said something about the community coming. He said something within there was a lot he said. There was a lot he said. There was a lot, and I learned. But something popped up in my mind. Now,
Yes.
there's a reason why Jesus said, "Be a servant unto many."
Yes.
Because now, being a servant, you learn.
Oh.
You get it.
It's called servant leadership.
Servant leadership, you get it.
You can't lead if you've never served.
That's the thing. And you can't lead in front, you have to lead from behind. You see,
Too many people want the spotlight. We don't even have to say anything anymore. Bye bye. It was a good episode, Exec. I'm joking. Come back. Come back.
He's just speaking.
Finish your
he's
point.
speaking, he's
Finish your
speaking.
point.
But anyways, you see, being a servant, guys, being a servant, and I want you to chase this. When you in a community, aim to learn from people, to understand within that community. If you have that mindset of like, I know it all, it won't get you far.
It could get you nowhere.
Yeah, I can even bring out the Bible for you. Herod thinking he knew it all.
Oh, King Herod.
King Herod thinking he knew it all. What happened to him?
Yeah, what happened to King
When
Herod?
Jesus came, how? He had Matthew, the accountant. Do you think Jesus knew it all? He needed someone to balance his books. He needed someone to be like, hey, Exe, how do you travel here, navigate there? Peter, I want some fish, Exe. How do I do that one? You see, you need people around you in order to grow and develop as a human being.
You do.
So now, if you want
You do.
you need to have a learning mentality, a learning mindset, Exe. Because if you don't want to learn, you don't earn anything.
Hey, no learning, no earnings.
Uh,
I'm gonna leave you with something that my former employer and I will call him a lifelong mentor, right? I won't shout him out. I don't know if he would like me saying this because maybe he wants his privacy, so I won't. But he taught me something, and he taught all of us actually in the program that I was in, and he taught us about having a fixed mindset versus a growth mindset. A fixed mindset looks at the problem and accepts the problem for what it is. A growth mindset looks at the problem and finds the solution to eradicate the problem. Always be in the growth mindset. There's an old saying, you must be the person, you must act like the person you want to be. If you want to be the CEO, act like the CEO, do CEO duties without the title. That's all I'm saying. Thank you.
anyways,
Thank you so much for joining our podcast, The Diary of a CEO. Shout out Diary of a CEO. Good podcast.
I love this podcast.
Very good podcast.
It gives informative stuff.
Very good. Lex Friedman, not so much. I don't like Lex Friedman. He's a bit of a nerd.
Yo.
So you can go and suck my balls.
We end it there. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Wait, like, comment, subscribe. You know, all of those things. Follow the TikTok. We will be doing vlogs. We didn't get to vlog today. But we will be doing like vlogs going forward. You're gonna see. There will be a lot more content than just the episodes.
Expect more.
Always expect more. Okay.
Revolution. The new era.
The new era is here.
Bypass podcast. Makosi, Ashwin, Salas. Peace. Gang gang.
You said gang, bruh. Gang. Nah, must I stop?